Welcome everyone. Thanks for your time on a Sunday morning. I know it's a challenge with families and so on. So well done. It just shows that level of commitment that everyone in the room has got, which is so important for coaching just in general. Today we've got an absolutely fantastic group of presenters together. Make a really diverse group of professional development for you guys, and that's what today is all about, is your own development as coaches so that you can develop your list of players, whether it's youth or whether it's seniors, to the best of their ability. Just a little bit from AFL Victoria. Really, it's all about educating coaches, our AFCA group, coaches to develop themselves. And the whole idea about developing yourself as a coach and your own education is that then you can develop your players to be able to develop and to strive and reach their potential and goals. If we're not developing ourselves, how can we expect to develop our players to their potential? We probably can't, really, can we? If we're not continually trying to learn and develop. So it's about us as a group of coaches really being mindful that we need to develop and strive to continually learn and improve. Also, be mindful of the environment that we're creating. Is our environment fun? And we talk about fun all the time, and if our players aren't enjoying their football, they're probably not going to keep playing football, are they? And that's at every single level. So environment is really crucial. The next point is, are you being a role model in that environment? What sort of culture are you role modelling at your club? Are you leading the way? Are you talking the talk about what good culture is, but then walking the walk and demonstrating what that culture is? Are you a leader? Because as a senior coach and as a coach of young players at youth level, you are so important as a role model. At junior level as well, crucial. Absolutely crucial. But quite often that senior coach, how many senior coaches in the room? Couple. How many youth coaches in the room? Yep. Juniors. So as top of the tree at under 16 with the junior club in Bendigo, you are seen by those group of young players as a lead role model. So it's important that we behave like that. Have we got the teaching skills, the tactical knowledge to be able to develop our players? And I suppose what today is all about, the last point, is are we well organised and planned? Have we already planned a series of sessions prior to that session that you're about to conduct? Or are we getting out of the car thinking, what are we doing tonight? So if it's the last one, you probably really need to have a look at your time management and your planning, how you're going to get the best out of your players. So I challenge you to say that you cannot get the best out of your players if you're getting out of the car thinking, what are we doing tonight? You'll luck it every now and again and have a great session, but you could be doing much better, couldn't you? That's our area here at Central Vic. It's fairly diverse, up around the north central, around to Leachfield, Gunbower, and down to Gisborne. Gisborne's a funny one because it's in our league, but we don't have a development role in AFL Vic at a junior level down at Gisborne. It goes over to the Calder Cannons. Our structure, we're lucky enough to have Brett Henderson in the room, a new Pioneers coach. Give us a wave, Brett. Where are you? Up the back there. So well done, Brett. Congratulations. And we're lucky enough to have our former Pioneers coach in the room. Where are you, Dave? So Dave was really important getting our AFCA restructure off the ground, and that's what this is. We restructured our AFCA here in Central Vic to have an ambassador, to have an advisory committee with Justin Abrams and Paul and myself on that. But we were really fortunate to have Aussie Jones play a role, and Dave Newitt played a really important and active role with myself helping restructure our AFCA group. So Hendo, we're looking forward to working closely with you in the future. But then the important part is that we've also got some really good subcommittee members. We've got Vicky in the room looking after female footy, Daryl Wilson looking after coaching coordinators, and we've got a few coaching coordinators in the room, which is great to see. Mark Adamson looking after the senior group. Bill Higgs looking after the youth, and Craig Simpson on the juniors. So we've got a really active group of people now, not only helping our group of coaches in the region, but specifically looking at different areas and how we can better do, better coach in those areas. So really, if you get a phone call or any interaction with these people over the next year or so, take advantage of the chats, because these people will be helping feedback information myself, how we go about coach education and how we go about some structural things in our area. So far we've restructured our AFCA, we've got our coaching subcommittee, we've relaunched. Media is really a big part of what we're trying to do to get a bit more legs for AFCA, and we'll continue to try to liaise with our local media groups to let you guys know what's going on. But it's really important that you as a group of coaches feel comfortable enough to pick up the phone and give me a ring at any time, or any of our subcommittee a ring at any time, and just discuss coaching. And even if you want to be linked up with some mentors around, we've got a fairly good list of some great coaches in Victoria and beyond that are only too happy to work with people, and some of the presenters we've got today are very happy to do that sort of thing. Our coaching coordinators are going to play a really important role. We've got a new manual out which we'll be distributing to coaching coordinators over the next few weeks, which has got things like role descriptions and interview questions to ask coaches, and the best part for me is there's a curriculum in the back of the document that goes through skill acquisition at different age groups, what we should be looking at, what we should be teaching and so on, which is a really important part, and I think a lot of coaches will find that very useful. Just a little bit quickly about being a development coach. It's my belief and the belief of Central Vic AFCA that every single coach is a development coach. Every single coach is trying to develop themselves and their team. If you're coaching seniors and you're not trying to develop your list, you're probably doing them a disservice. And the same if you're a junior coach. So everyone in coaching, I believe, is a development coach. So let's make sure that we're taking those opportunities to create good pathways for our clubs and players. Communication is key. And we're lucky enough, a few of us in the room, to go to the Coach of the Year dinner on Friday night, listen to Alistair Clarkson, such a passionate man. But communication was one of the main focus of his presentation, how important it is. It was a really insightful night. What's coming up? You're at the pre-season session at the moment. Our subcommittee roles will continue on as they have been. A junior academy. Who in the room's heard about the academy that's starting up so far? A few of us have heard. Should be a really exciting program. Under 12s, 13s, 14s, we're all the way through to 16s at the moment, looking at something in the under 23s as well, which would be great, youth girls as well. Should be a really great program to help develop our players so that they're going from that jump from under 15, under 16 football into under 17, under 18 pioneers, Dave, which you've seen over the years, which is a big step in our region, isn't it? Those kids at the moment, a lot of them are down here and they're trying to step up in 1 year. Such a big step for them. The whole idea of the academy is to reduce that step, so that they've been in an elite program, they've been doing a lot of the training techniques that they'll need. They're ready to go, both body and mind and skill set, so that step from under 16 to under 17 is much smaller, and hopefully sets them up to succeed, and then our region as a whole to succeed. So that's the whole idea with academies. Should be really exciting. Coach ID program. So part of that is our subcommittee members are trying to identify coaches out in our region that want to be involved with our academy programs and our development program in a whole, and also what their strengths are out in our region, so that when we do have professional developments, seminars and so on, we can actually utilise some of the expertise in our region to help deliver things. Also, when coaches are looking for a bit of direction in different areas, we can actually say, well, here's Ben Diet's strengths are this. Ben's happy to work with you if you want to go and see him. So little things like that. So that's the whole idea about identifying what we've got in our region. Player to coach program, we're trying to identify young players. We've got a couple in the room who we can help fast track, I suppose, get some training into young coaches, young players, so that when they decide to start coaching, whether it's in an academy program or whether it's at a junior level or they step into their senior role. I know when I stepped into my first senior role, I wasn't prepared at all. So part of my passion, I suppose, now is to help coaches be in a better position than what I was at when I started coaching. So the player to coach program, I think, can be a really effective one. We're trying to identify young guys now and girls, particularly girls. We're really looking to try to increase the amount of female coaches we have in our region. But to start training those guys now so that they've got their level 1, they've had some links to some development and some training, so that when they start that first role they're ready to go, and it helps us identify who they are as well and what their goals might be. In your bags that you've got, you should have the notes that I've just spoken about. Also some notes from later today with Ray Breed, and anything else that Justin and the other presenters go through today we'll be able to email out later on. So if your email address wasn't beside your name today when you entered, make sure that I've got it before you go so that we can shoot those notes through you and keep in touch with you.